The key to delivering a media is about the bitrate or about the compression, in another sense. So if it is not for compression, if today we have the magic codec which can do anything at 1 megabits per second, we won't be here, we won't be even talking. So it's about how compression progressed versus how data increased. The data increased by 60 times. Compression really moved from MPEG-2 days to H.264 days, which is a factor of 50% reduction. And then now we have a mature codecs, which is the VP9 and HEVC, additionally another 50%. And then there is the AV1, which is futuristic and probably trying to achieve another 50%. So where compression have moved by 25%, or maybe call it 400% compression efficiency, the media have increased by 60 times. And here we can ask the question, is it really worth it? And I know there are lots of skeptics. People say, okay, 4K TVs, I see nothing. You go to buy a TV at a store, really, and you watch it a little bit, and the guy tries to sell it to you, and it looks great. You take it home, you watch a couple of VOD or live streaming, say, rubbish, that's not good. And you're not enjoying the experience. So that's why 4K is great as long as it is delivered correctly. So if you try 4K and really smash it to have the biggest resolution, the high frame rate, you don't encode it efficiently, you don't deliver it efficiently, you're ruining the experience. And video quality is key on lots of markets. There are markets where quality doesn't really matter, but there are markets where people try to enjoy the experience, especially with the new technology. I kind of brainstorm a little bit with myself and you guys. Okay, I'm a businessman who wants to launch my own 4K content. So first of all, I study my bandwidth. I study my customers. I make sure my content comes great, but I also make sure what are the bit rates that really suit my content. We at Twitch, our content is gaming. Gaming is super challenging in terms of we need to keep the 10-bit, the 60 frames per second, but also it's not a camera-generated content. It's a content that could be random, that could have lots of artifacts, which will even make it a harder job for the encoder to generate a good bit stream at lower bit rate. So what I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to dedicate what I call stack for my Ultra HD delivery and the stack for my traditional. Because you should not forget that this is a transition rather than just a black and white. You have content today that is generated in 4K. You want to deliver the same content for people who have small devices today, who have old technology, what we call today old technology, still the H.264, which 90% or 99% of the market still use, and still to make them satisfied by giving them a slack. So still encode everything on H.264. To start your Ultra HD content, you need to start a completely different slack, transcode everything in HEVC, because you cannot find a device that can, for the 4K and probably something above, and 1440, will decode HEVC. As soon as your bandwidth goes low and you move to 1080p, to move to an H.264 decoders. That's not very well defined and available right now on the market. So switching codecs on a live event does not happen. Although it's something that people are working on, doesn't exist right now. And also try to make sure your bitrate goes great. Do not deliver Ultra HD if you're going to deliver a bad quality. There is no point. Probably go 1440p. You can encode it, but encode at a high bitrate. Don't worry about whether your customer is going to see it today or not. Some might. In the future, they will. But do not go your Ultra HD content, encode it at 15 megabits per second for live, make it look rubbish, make it 1080p, make 1080p look even better than it, and then you lose your customers. Because Ultra HD and what we call the high bitrate video is about the experience.